Hello, and welcome back to My Last Vinyl, the show where I like vinyls, I buy vinyls, and this is My Last Vinyl. This is This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco, and I actually won't be having a price tag on this one, since I got it from a friend as an exam gift, or whatever you'd like to call it, a graduation gift. That's a way more fitting word for it. I have been looking at getting this for a long time. I've always had it, saved as a bookmark on my Google, because I've been like, whenever I have a bit of extra cash, I really want it. And I finally got it. This is the perfect road trip soundtrack, and My Old Man is the best start for it. You can almost see it as in a movie, when they pull off from the highway and out to the country, and that song starts playing, and it really marks the start of the road trip. That's the feeling I get from this, and when proofreading, whenever I check my notes on this album, I went on a bus ride through Skåne, like straight through it, and it was a beautiful day, right at the start of spring, just the other day. And it was sunny and just cozy vibe, and I was sitting there with this album on in my headphones, and it was great. And I know that's a sin that I'm listening through this on Spotify when I'm writing notes for a vinyl show, but that was the perfect place for me to do it, so please. I do listen to this as a vinyl as well. The first time I heard this album was when playing Minecraft. I was with some friends in Discord, just chatting. I didn't really know what to listen to, and I wanted to listen to something new. I don't believe I had heard of Mac DeMarco at all before. Maybe I had heard this one mentioned, but I had never listened to any of his stuff. So I asked my friend what he recommended, and he said that I should listen to Mac DeMarco, This Old Dog. So I put it on while strip mining, and it was great for it. And just that soothing sound that it has, it matched the energy of that late night Discord call gaming combination. It was a great recommendation for that moment, and I believe the well-matched recommendation really made this album stick with me in a different way than it would have if I just randomly put it on when I was walking a winter day or whatever. So, over to the physical vinyl. Just gonna put this down here. We have the album cover, as you've seen from the intro. In it hides a bunch of pictures. I don't remember. With this one, I often listen to a lot of lyrics, but I don't remember any specific lyrics, I'm not exactly sure how on theme these pictures are, but they really fit the whole mood at least. Within these pictures you can see the song titles. And then on the back we have absolutely nothing. We just have a logo and of course some information. I don't remember if there was anything in this one. It is one of these. And then I guess I saved the receipt. Let's see here. 279 crowns was it. When putting vinyls into my collection, I always put the vinyl behind the actual cover and stuff, while still being in its plastic sleeve. Because that's how I like to do it, and that's how I will keep doing it. I can't be bothered buying a bunch of, special... this one has a little bit less friction and whatever. I can't be bothered with that. But something I will keep doing is specifically putting the vinyl in its own sleeve behind the main sleeve, or what you'd like to call this. Like I said, there's a lot to look at on this album cover, and I like when that is the case. And then we have the vinyl. It is a single vinyl. So I believe the runtime is about around 50 minutes. I don't remember exactly. Here's the front, and there's the back. Just a simple one, simple black vinyl. But I like getting black vinyls when it's like this, because the black and yellow combo it's a classic. One of the best color combinations of all times, you know. If there was a boxing match between color combinations, black and yellow would have it easy. Unless you're talking about black and white, because that is how I dress. And over to the track list. I will be looking at my phone now because I've written some down here. The songs Still Beating, Dreams from Yesterday, and A Wolf Who Wears Sheep's Clothes were the specific songs that stood out to me during my last listen. Because, like I say about a lot of vinyls that I present to you on this show, it really is the full project that is needed to really appreciate what's going on. And in my own music I've talked about that, like my dislike for playlists. But if I had to pick any, it's those three. Because it happens enough for it to not be repetitive or just a background song, while it's also really cozy, and yeah, you can relax to it without it being in the background in some specific mixed way. I also wrote a note here that Watching Him Fade Away is a great song and the perfect closing song for this album. And I truly mean that, because you had the intro with My Old Man, you're going out on the road trip and whatever in this movie, and then Watching Him Fade Away, it's not really them getting back from the road trip. It's more like the ending of Good Will Hunting, for example, where they drive off in the sunset and it's like, oh, what does he say? I have to go see about a girl. And then Watching Him Fade Away plays. But the lyrics doesn't really match to that, but I hope you understand what I mean at least. And like I said, it has a very soothing sound, this album. It is easily digested music with a lot of lyrics, which is the perfect combination for anyone who looks to get into this genre, according to me. Because someone like me, I listen to a lot of lyrics, I've said this before, and when my friend recommended this album to me, I was like, the whole aspect of the music isn't really my type, but still there's a bit of loops and everything, and he uses library music from what I've gathered. And those loopings, the amount of lyrics, and then throwing in that hint of this genre, it really lures me into exploring more of this style of music. And due to how complex or not at all complex you can listen to this, you can either take it like a glass of water, just plain and simple, or like wine, and dissect every little word that you hear. So, with that being said, this has been my last vinyl. There are, like usual, a lot more, because that is just the name of the show. So I will see you guys probably next month with my last vinyl. I'm working on some other things on the side, but at the moment I'm looking forward to removing some records from my list, because there are a lot, and I have some on there that I really want to talk about that I got for a bargain, so I hope you don't mind. I also hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe and comment whatever you feel like. But yeah, share your opinions on Mac DeMarco's, This Old Dog, or whatever else. And take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.